You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. You believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind. Do you believe it's morning, I'm alive, but that's the last thing on my mind.
So, Lake Bled 2019, mid-December, we've just arrived at his accommodation. It's took us 4 days to get here, not because of the lengthy drive, although it is like, if you're going to do it in one, it'll probably be 20 hours from where we live in South Yorkshire. But what we've actually done is we've stopped off at various places on the way, we've put bikes in van and we've done a bit of mountain biking on his way here, hence why it's taken so long to get here. But yeah, we're finally here. Current temperatures are -1, -2, and that's forecast for the next sort of 5-6 days. So it might be a little bit tough, obviously testing conditions. We've got a bit of snow forecast as well, but whether that's going to turn up or not, that's a different story. But yeah, we're here. It's definitely going to be a bit of a contrast to what it was when I was last here, which was about a month ago. Came with another friend of mine, Rory, and we had a week here. We actually flew last time and rented gear through VIP Carp tours. We ended up with, I think it was 32 fish, 33 fish, something like that, for a week, up to 55. So yeah, we had a good week back then. Whether this week's going to follow suit, who knows, that's in hands of God's. But we're here, we're in one piece. And yeah, we're eager to go. Fishing's going to start tomorrow. Obviously, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. As fishing's going to start tomorrow, which will give us today to obviously get sorted and get everything else done. We've got 2 bikes and we've bought a little trailer for them. So all the tackle's going to go in trailer, which will make it much more accessible. For people that have fish bled, they'll be able to 100% relate to this. It's not the easiest places to fish, regardless of what you might see on social media or on YouTube, other platforms, videos and things like that. It's not an easy, it's very demanding physically and mentally. Very time consuming to get to where you're going to be fishing. And not only that, terrain around this area, it's not flat. So if you're looking on booking.com to book an hotel and it says 0.5 miles away, yeah, it might be. That's as crow flies, remember, and also it might be up a hill that's that steep. So there's a few things to consider if you've not been here and you are planning on coming. Best bit of advice I could get is obviously speak with somebody that has been. A bit of prior knowledge, you can't put a price on that. But anyway, back to fishing. We're going to get everything sorted today, kick it off tomorrow, and let's see what happens. Looking forward to this one anyway, however it goes. Catch you soon. out of Bled. -6 this morning when we first started. We got here about 7:30, 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock and it's seen first bite. It's not a big fish, probably a mid-20. Big belly on it. Let's have a look at it. It's absolutely freezing. But it's a worthy start, if I must say so myself. Very promising. No pre-baiting, we've just turned up. Chose a spot going on the very little knowledge that I do have on here. And it's a fruitful start, so happy days. I've got a few little viewers as well, just pan camera around them. This is one of the great things about Bled. Everybody loves doing bits, getting involved. So yeah, we'll slip it back and we'll try again. Happy days.
Is this classed as crazy? I'm not sure, but it's certainly extreme carping. Check it out. How mad is this? Taking us barra to do a bit of fishing, try and catch one. They say you've got to be in it to win it, but hope could happen here. If we don't catch fish, then it's certainly not through lack of effort, is it? I mean, come on. I mean, what else can you ask for? Let's be right about it. A snow carp in this, it's a fish of a lifetime, so we're going to get his best shot. Let's see what happens. Yes! Come on, get that back shot in it. Whoa!
Well, we're currently 4 days into this session and there's not a lot going on, if I'm being totally honest with you, other than that small fish that I had on his first day. Probably rods had been in water, 3 or 4 hours, so I'm going to say that were a lucky bite because there's been nothing happened thereafter. Fish actually came from this area just behind me that I'm currently fishing. Over the last 4 days, probably put 15 to 20 kilos of bait in there, and just sitting it out and hoping that something happens. We eventually, or should I say, we're telling ourselves that we're eventually going to bore one out. Yesterday, as you can see around me, we had a lot of snow, and I'm not going to make any excuses up and say that that's why we've not caught. I don't think it is, because there's another chap not too far away down this bank that's had a right old result yesterday. I don't think it's helped, but as I say, it's definitely not an excuse. But that coupled with the fact that it's not been above zero since we've actually arrived here, they're not ideal fishing conditions, but hey, we knew that we were coming in December, so that's just part and parcel of it. In the meantime, what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to keep plugging away and cross as fingers as toes and whatever else we can cross, really, and hope that it does eventually happen for us. But as I just mentioned, a chap that I know from over here, Gasper, he had a good result yesterday morning. Well, it's a fish of a lifetime, in my opinion. It's a fish of a lifetime capture. Absolute mega fish. Scale perfect common, and that were 27 kilos and a few more 100 gram. So in all money that equates to just shy of £60. I've managed to get some footage of that because he gave me a call when he caught it. I've gone and done some photos and took a bit of footage. So let's have a look at this, take it all in. I'll not say much more about the capture, you can make your own mind up, but this is exactly what Bled's all about. In the meantime, we're just going to grit his teeth and hope that something turns up and we get a result. But
We're in it to win it. Wherever you've got it rod in water, you've got a chance, I suppose. So take a look at this, make your own mind up. As I said, this is Bled all over. Perfect. Yes, Gasper?
Oh, too much.
Is that a fish?
Here is fish, nice one.
Here's the fish. Check this out. 27 kilos. In old money, that's a smidgen under 60.
Okay.
And what a place to be having them. Oh my god. Check out the colours on this one. Oh, that is absolutely crazy. Oh. Yes! Whoa, once in a lifetime stuff. Once in a lifetime stuff. That is mental. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Quality.
Thank you, mate.
Absolutely quality. So, it's going back. Look at that. What an effort that is. Check out colours on that fish. It's time for it to go back, but this is one happy angler. Mental. It's not very often you get to see things like this, so. Look at that. That is crazy. Yes!
They're gone.
It's home time. It's going. Oh, well done. Bravo!
Bravo!
Hey!
Top,
That is
top,
proper.
top. Yes.
Yes. Six days fishless. Run a couple of little changes, and I'm not going to speak too soon, but we've got a bite, so it's a start. Really hard going this. Stark contrast to when I come here a month ago. Proper hard work, but it's a bite. Not sure how far out it is because we are fishing quite far out, and it is difficult to see what, how should I say, tell how bigger fish it is when they're that far out. I've started this recording a little bit in so we can hopefully get the fish going in net. It's coming a bit closer now. But check out these backdrops. Phenomenal. That's what Bled's all about. They're very deep margins as well, so fish do tend to hold bottom pretty well.
Yeah.
It's near the surface now. Just make it out. It's common. It's not a bad one, mate. It's not a bad one, pal. Let's get it in. It's not a bad one at all. It's not a lump, but it's not to be sniffed at. Here she comes. Yes. No, not ready yet. They don't have pulling these deep margins, pal, do they? Get it rolling. Please come in.
He's up now.
Please come in. It's not a bad one, pal. It's got to be 40 that, hasn't it? It's got to be 40. Come on, come on. Yes! Now that. Oh God. Oh, that's took some catching, pal, hasn't it? Oh, lead clip's stuck. Just 1 minute. Didn't want to put any tension on it. Right, I'm just going to stop this recording because, as you can see, lead clip's got stuck. Happy bloody days.
Yeah, boy.
That's the pressure off. Jesus wept. We might not be coming home for Christmas after all. Yes. Start. Well done, pal.
Right then, here she is, £44 a late Bled common. Been here now for 7-8 days. Managed to pick 2 small fish up yesterday. As you can see in previous shots, we've had snow, temperature's not rising above 0. Suddenly it's come to 10 degrees today, a bit of rain, and his luck's changed. Well, I must say, I'm over the moon with this one. So, I'm going to get a couple of snaps, and then we're going to get her back. And this is what it's all about, boys and girls.
And a new PB as well. Yeah, boy! What a place to be catching fish from. Check that. Slide it back, mate. Thank you for the hospitality. Back to the depth. Oh yes, even the duck come for a little piece of action. Well done, mate. Oh my God, that has took some doing. Lake Bled, December. Merry Christmas, one and all. Oh, let's go again. Please, please, please give us another chance. I think I'm on the brink of a fucking mental breakdown here. Waited 7 days for a bite. It's happened and it's snagged me. I've just had to go in. Look at little pecker here. Fucking saying alright.
Hello! Got little Cap standing out there, Cap.
I've been in to try and change angle to pull fish, but it's just not happening. When you look's out, you look's out. Have you stopped it? When it rains, it pours. We're having a friggin' mare, man. What a week this is turning out to be. How do you feel about snapping your rod, pal? Note's going right, everything's going wrong. We're getting wet through, rod snapped. I've caught 1 in 8 days. My mental health is going through the roof. It's last day this, definitely, because, well, it's just been a friggin' mare, let's be right about it. No, it's gone right. Well, it goes from bad to worse, this. I've had no fish in 7 days. And now Bobbies have just come, and we've got a £200 fine for making a cup of tea because we've used a stove. It's the dearest cup of tea that I've ever fucking had. He said you've got a £200 fine because you've got the stove. I said, well, we've got 2 cups, so can you make it 400, old cock? Just top week off. Cheers, pal. I think it's home time for me, old love. Why always me? Why not? We've gone one better. We're only back at car. They wanted to take the passport, but evidently we couldn't do that, so we're off to the station. We'll have half an hour there, a cup of tea, and then we'll see what they say. We're 18 enough, aren't we, old cock? They're there, look, the police. They've done what they wanted to do. Played them at swing ball, because I didn't have £200. Fucking battered them 6-1. Only got passports back. Thought they were coming down for a cup of them, but evidently boring fuckers. Say they. Well, we've had a move. This has been a mad half an hour. Absolutely mental. We've decided to move. We've put kettle on. We've got a €200 fine for having a stove on. As I've come back, I've seen Nathan went into a fish on my rod. It's absolutely tiny, but it's still a bite. It was snagged up, so I've had to go in and try and free it at a snag. As you can see, I've got my little pecker out. Freed it off snag, and here we are. I'm absolutely freezing my tits off. And never in my life have I been in for a fish that weighs less than 10 pounds. Oh. Come on. Come on! Fucking celebration! This has took some catching. Keep your €200 and my feet are killing with stones. Fucking hell. What a story behind this capture. Fucking mental. Mental, mate. Mental. What a fucking mad week this has been. This has been absolutely fucking hell. We've seen it all, pal, haven't we? Every last thing of it. Let's have a look at this fish, because it's the fish that I've had to work the hardest for in my entire life. Fucking hell. Mental. As you saw then, we've had a mad 45 minutes. We've been issued a fine for using a stove on bank. We didn't have £200 on us, so we've had to go home to the station because they took us passports, and we've had to settle up at station. So that's all done. I've got back. As I've come back round in car, thankfully they've dropped me back off and not left me at centre of Bled, which is about a mile away. As I've come back, I've seen Nath bent into a fish on my rod. Funnily enough, it was snagged up again like that one yesterday. Because I've gone 8 days without a fish, I've kitted off and I've gone in, as you saw. And this is end result. By far from biggest fish that I've ever caught. By far from biggest fish in this lake. But it goes without saying, this is the most work that I've ever put in for a fish. Hence why we're having a photo with it and giving it a bit of camera time. We're now on his 9th day fishing. I think we're going to call it a day now because we're both mentally and physically broke. It's been naught but hard work. It's been a proper graft. You've seen a few fish, but this could be the last one of this video. We've not caught many at all, but we've still had a good laugh and whatever else you want to call it. So there you go. Most grafted for fish in 2019. I'm going to pop it back and I'm going to redo rod. We're going to chances look at another, but whether it'll happen or not, it's been that slow this week. I'm not under any illusion that it will happen again, but we'll try it anyway. Anyway, we'll get this back and we'll get rod sorted back out. See you soon. Well, might get to see another fish after all. Rod's just gone. This is actually the second bite of us last night. He's had another little common, which we didn't bother recording or whatever. So misty now. Probably can't even see church. You can't. What we saying, mate? Initial thoughts?
Small fish.
Sound. Coming in easy?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just wallowing about there. It went off on a run to start off.
I know.
Didn't it?
How quiet is it? There, just come up on it. Other side.
Have a go out there, right?
You up, pal?
Have a go out
What, squeeze through you?
fish at all.
Is it not? I don't know if we'll be able to see it. No, it isn't. Just make it out in camera there. Whoa, fucking hell, have you fell in?
Sound
What a mad week this has been. This fucking fell in. Oh my good lord. It gets better, man. Go on, go in there. It's absolutely brilliant, pal. What a fucking donkey. Oh god, right, let's have a look at this fish. This is definitely going to be the last one. Christ almighty. I've had a fucking mare. 2 minutes, bear with us people, see you in a bit.
Right, this is probably last fish at trip. Small one nonetheless, but happy to get another fish in. I had a little one earlier on, around £5-6, which is unheard of pretty much in here, but whenever there's small commons I'll catch them. And yeah, as you'll see in the video, we've had a bit of fun a long way, but this pretty much sums up all there is trip. That's all done with it.
Right, we're back in same position that we started this video, only now we're 9 days further down the line. And over the course of the last 9 days, we've certainly been through thick of it, to say the least. We're now at the end of the trip. We can't physically or mentally take any more. This place has slowly ground us down, and yeah, it's time for us to head off home. As you've seen, it's not been an easy trip on the fishing front. We've caught a total of 7 fish from 8 bites in 9 days, so that sort of puts into perspective how difficult it has been. It's been eventful, to say the least. Among them fish have been a lot of small ones, some of which we've not even bothered recording because it had just been a total waste of time. And as you've also seen, we've had a snap rod, we've had a fine for using a naked flame on bank, so we're now 200 quid lighter on that. I've been swimming twice and we've not caught a big fish, so you can make what you wish of it. One good thing about it is Nate's had a PB, so that's what he came for. He can't grumble with that. But now we've just come to Ender's tether, and yeah, Bled's well and truly beat us up. So it's time for us to log out, get back home for Christmas, and hopefully enjoy this Christmas dinner. But I hope you've enjoyed watching anyway. Sorry we couldn't show you a few more fish. As I mentioned before, stark contrast to start of November when I came fishing last time. But yeah, we've had a good Lefters at least, and yeah, hopefully you've all enjoyed watching this. So time for us to get packed up. We've got about a 3-day drive back. I'm going to do a bit more biking on his way back, and eventually head back to Northern England. So yeah, take it easy, people. Hope you've all had a good one, and we'll see you next time. Ciao for now.